Hey guys, hope you're all good. Tom here from TA Fitness and Nutrition. Now today, I wanted to do a video that's going to be completely and totally honest and very straight to the point, and probably is going to offend a few people, but if you are one of those people that feels offended in a way, then good in a sense, because obviously it's something that you need to hear and it is going to give people a massive kick up the arse. Now, if you've got me on my personal social media, like Facebook, Instagram, you'll probably know that recently I've been going through a bit of a shit time. Start off, I won't give you all the ins and outs and bore you, but basically pretty much I got an insulin pump to help deal with my type 1 diabetes. So I've had to get my head into that about all my different levels and stuff like that, which has been pretty complicated, quite confusing, even though I'm clued up on type 1 diabetes. And so that was like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago now. And then over the course of the last 6 months, I've been getting like bloating and stuff like that, up until a couple of weeks ago when I ended up just having I was really ill. My stomach was horrendous. It might be a bit too much information, but my stomach was horrendous. So I decided to go to the doctors and get some bloods done to test for celiac, like a gluten intolerance and a few other things. And basically I got my bloods done, went to the doctors, went for a chat with him, and he said my thyroxine levels, because I've got an underactive thyroid gland which controls your metabolic rate, so the rate at which you burn calories. My thyroid level is sky high, it's through the roof pretty much. And a load of complications can come along with that: anxiety, depression, overheating, weight loss, which I've had a fair bit of, which I just thought was just through exercising hard and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I had all that going on. The doctor also said he doesn't think I've got celiac, so I did have that test, and I was like, well, explain the, all what's been going on. I think one day last week I went to the toilet 15 times, so it's been pretty bad. And he just basically told me to try something called FODMAP. If you don't know what FODMAP is, it's basically like a list of foods that cause IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And what you've got to do for 3 to 4 weeks is eliminate these foods completely. So it's things that you wouldn't think of, like garlic and onion, which I cook with all the time, even chewing gum and stuff. So I've had to do a lot of research, clue myself up on that, and start eliminating these foods. I'm only on like the second day. My symptoms are seeming to dwindle off a little bit. So you can imagine how my head's been, like honestly, mentally, I am a bit skew with. And just baffled by everything, trying to get all my pump insulin levels right, and then getting this thrown at me, and it's all interlinked with food. So things have been kind of going through my head. Like, I'd understand how people in the same situation will probably just choose not to eat because it's easier, because now when I look at food, not only have I got to guesstimate the carbohydrates, get my insulin levels right, I've also got to make sure that they've not got any of these FODMAP foods in. So it's a hell of a lot. I mean, luckily I've got enough supportive people around me, so thanks to those guys, you know who you are. But it's a hell of a lot to take in. And all that amongst running a business, being there for my clients, helping my clients out and stuff, it is a lot. Now, what's my point here? How does it relate to you? Okay, so it is a lot of stuff, and I could very easily say, I can't be arsed with this, I can't do this, do you know what I mean? I can't go into work, or I can't get my insulin levels right, I can't be arsed cutting these foods out. I've got a bucket load of excuses here that I could use. Now, this is where it may link into, well, it's things that I've seen, and maybe some of you guys, if you can relate to this video. I'm seeing a lot all over social media and various other sources of people making bullshit excuses all the time for why they can't do something. I mean, it's things like, you might see someone's progress picture and you'd be like, oh, that's amazing, you've done so well. I wish I had your willpower. Bullshit, you have, you've got it there. It's just an absolute excuse. And even things like, people with kids, oh, I've not got time to exercise, I'm up early in the morning, I'm back late at night, dealing with the kids and all that. Bullshit. There is some point in your day when you can exercise. These are just excuses that people use. So I've used myself as an example because I've got a shit ton of excuses I can use at the moment of why, obviously, it could be not to work, not to train, not to eat because of all the complications that I've got going on. But you push through that, you hammer through it, you dig deep down inside and you find that willpower and you just keep going. To be honest with you, there'll always be something shit going on, and there'll never be a right time to to try something or to throw yourself into something, but you just need to do it. So what I want you to take from this video is use, what I've told you to find some fire and give yourself a bit of a kick up the arse, because whatever you're thinking of that you're just giving yourself excuses for all the time, quit the bullshit excuses and actually go and do it, because there is always someone in a worse situation than yourself out there. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. I'm not going to give it the take it easy today. What I am going to do is tell you to pull your finger out your arse and go and do whatever it is that you've been making up excuses not to do. And I'll speak to you soon. Good luck.